Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. Today we're here to talk about one of the more underutilized aspects of defense in Guilty Gear Strive. So we're talking today with Faultless Defense. So I'm sure you know a lot of stuff about Faultless Defense, right? You do it, the enemy gets pushed back more on block, you don't take chip damage, lots of fun stuff, right? But one of the things that really never comes up, I don't really see people talk about it ever, is one of its main properties when you do it in the air. So right now, Leobot, he's set to block everything, right? And one of the bigger things about Guilty Gear Strive is, for the most part here, if someone catches you with an uppercut style move while you're already in the air, that's about it. You know? Like, you're not getting any kind of punish off of it. Like, try as he might, like, he's gonna be able to block in time, right? Maybe if I'm directly on top of him, I might be able to get a jab, but even then, Ramethal jab a little bit lacking, right? So that's just one of the rules of the game is, okay, well, if you air block and a reversal, tough luck. You ain't really getting nothing. But the thing is, that's actually not the case. Now, in rare scenarios, I say rare because it has to do with instant block. If you instant block something, you can drop right to the ground, right? But instant blocks, they're a 2-frame window. And for the most part, you're not really doing it on purpose. The window is simply too tight. However, with Faultless Defense, things change. So here we are, right? Air block, nothing. However, let's add a Faultless Defense to that now, right? Okay, there we go. Oh, and we got the counter hit. All reversals are counter hit upon landing, just so you know. Leo did not have enough time to block. Why is that? Well, the simple fact of the matter is, if you Faultless Defense something while you're in the air, specifically, you will land faster. You will recover faster. And all of a sudden, situations where you could not ever punish the enemy, like this here, now become punishable. Now here's an example in slow motion. Everything is the fastest possible timing. So Leo will uppercut on frame 1. I will jump on frame 1 and block. And in the first part here, it takes me 43 frames before I can recover and attack, and which time Leo is able to block. However, on the flip, if I jump frame 1, once again Leo reversals frame 1 here, and I do my Faultless Defense block instead, the attack will connect 37 frames in. So it's a whole 6 frame faster, the whole scenario here. So these 6 frames I know doesn't seem like a lot, right? That's like basically a jab. But those 6 frames are the exact difference between me being able to punish the move and me being able to do exactly nothing about the move. So on its base level, you know, I guess interesting enough, right? Like no punish here. But if I do this with Faultless block instead, or Faultless Defense rather, I do get a punish. So that lets me punish a blocked Dragon Punch, reversal, whatever you want to call it, while I'm airborne, when normally I can't. What are some other scenarios where this is applicable? So here's another recipe for bad times, right? You're fighting Axel, and he catches you airborne trying to jump over Sickle Storm, right? Does the up version. And the thing about that is, like, it basically brings you right to him, and it's super plus. Super, super plus. You try to challenge him, like, it's not gonna happen. Like, depending on what he's doing, he could be so plus, like maybe you don't even have time to hit a button. You just can't challenge him. You gotta sit and wait, and it sucks because you're right beside him. You're finally right beside him, and you want to throttle his little neck, right? But you have to hold that. You gotta block. But if we use this technique here and we Faultless Defense the move, all of a sudden it changes from his advantage to your advantage. So one more time here. I got brought in. I have no possible hope of beating him. It's not happening. But now if I know that's coming and I just Faultless Defense it, all of a sudden I can throw him out of it now. Before, not gonna happen. So I got my display up here now just so you can see it. And now let's test that out without doing our Faultless Defense. Not happening. It's just not happening, right? But now I add the Faultless Defense in there. All of a sudden, it is happening now, right? Now, this move, the frame data can wildly change depending how high or how low it hits you in the ground. Generally speaking, the higher it is, the more plus he's going to be. The lower he is, the least plus he's going to be. So if he catches you at like the absolute minimum height, at that point you probably can throw him regardless, right? But the thing is, the Faultless Defense kind of removes the variance. So it's just something to keep in mind. You know, for the bigger characters especially, Axel's a pretty rough match. So just having this little bit of variance, just to change the frame data a little bit, can be the whole match, because you're finally beside him, right? So just remembering to hit Faultless Defense is definitely worth the meter in this case to change the frame data a little bit, is super key. So to me, those are two fairly major examples. The characters with the reversals, if they catch you in the air, even if you block, for the most part, they can do the reversal with impunity, and this helps curtail that if you know it's going to come, or if you're trying to bait it out. And for a lot of characters, Axel, if he catches it in the air and he brings it in, you know, you just got to hold it, right? You just got to accept whatever's coming next, and this can change that into a situation where now it's your turn instead of his turn, right? And I'm sure there's a lot more applicable situations you can figure out. You can hit the lab, all that kind of stuff. This is just to give you an idea of what's possible. Once again, Faultless Defense, good mechanic, right? Does a lot of stuff. But this is one particular angle of the defensive tactic that I don't really see anybody bring up. And knowledge is power in all fighting games, absolutely, right? So hopefully armed with this knowledge, you can upset some people here, you know, steal some wins, and just see how far you can go. Anyways, my friends, that is the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Guilty Gear.